All right, guys. I'll be blunt with you. We don't stand a chance. We're at home against Cambridge United here in the second round of the FA Cup. We're happy just to make it this far. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter how many goals we lose by. We're happy that we made it this far. They have a huge contingent in support. I'm not sure how many people in Sheffield know that Hallam is a team. Which is why nobody's showing up for this match. And then look, it's raining. That's even better for us. So let's see what we can do out here. We do have our first team out there again, which is a good thing. That hopefully will be better than the last match in which we had no attack at all. We did score a goal, though. Here's Masters. Mac Masters over to Seong. Seong down to Cunningham, up forward for Haran. He was offside. And there's the flag. He is offside. Told you. Okay, well, we had something there at the very beginning, but that's about all we can say. There's Badhawi over to Pudil. Cunningham now heads his forward. Sarpong heads it straight to the opposing player, who then does a little bit of a deke move and then shoots it over everybody's heads. That didn't work. And here we are back again. Chu heads this away. It doesn't quite go far enough. Cunningham is able to win that cross. And, let's see if we can get the ball back off of them again. And we haven't been able to do that quite yet. That was whoever it was that came back on defense and who blocked that shot at the last minute should get a medal. That was really good. Players feel like the pressure has been lifted, which is pretty good. Like I said, I mean, we're in here. It's all gravy from here, man. I mean, it doesn't really matter what happens in this match. Like I said, our chances of winning this are absolutely nil, but you never know. The FA Cup always sees some sort of shock, upset, and surprise and stuff like that, so it could happen. A second ago, Danielowitz there with a great save. In fact, we'll see it from a different angle here. Let's just take a look and see this. This was your classic good attacking movement. They did have a player there marking the keeper, which is something we usually don't see at our level, but didn't work. Danielowitz saw through it, did a good job getting to the ball, and let's see what we can do here. And they're going to call offside on Thomas. And I'm not sure if that was the right call or not, but it's all right. That's the hometown advantage that we have. The home field advantage is that we get all the referees who make these ridiculous offside calls. And so we'll just trick the opposition into thinking that they're in the clear when they're clearly not. Danielowitz over to the Italian. Our Italian friend passes this over to Pudil. Pudil forward for Haran. That was an awful pass by Pudil. He's supposed to be one of the best players in the team. What was that? Anyway, whatever. No pressure on him, right? We don't expect to win this match anyway. We're just here for the payday. And Chu ends up using his foot to knock that one out for a corner. So we have to play defense once again. And let's see what we can do here. That is headed back over to the corner taker, Thomas. Pudil ends up heading this one back, and it goes back slightly. And there's Thomas almost wide open. See, the first team does a lot better at marking those players on the side. The defenders there on our second team do a pretty poor job of it. That last match really had me scratching my head because everybody else was playing well. Anyway, so it is. Maybe a guy had a bad day. I don't know. Cunningham knocks that one out for another corner. That's not quite what we wanted. It would have been nice if he could have cleared that instead of giving up a corner. I mean, it's something. It puts the attacking movement at rest, but we've given up another one, so we got to do it again. And I'm a little bit worried. Maybe we shouldn't have been on an attack mentality, but attack we will because it at least allegedly works better in Football Manager. But we've given up a goal. Steve Sedon ends up scoring for Cambridge United, and that was a shot from a long way away. And so it's 1-0 for them, and we're kind of ready to get our lunch here. Look at how far away he takes this shot from. He takes it from way out there, and that was deflected slightly. I think that's the reason why Danielowitz wasn't able to get to it. Actually, without that deflection, I think that one would have been up and over the net. As it stands, it's 1-0 for them. We have our work cut out for us. And here comes Cunningham. He just gives the ball away. I mean, I don't know what that was. He looked like he was scared, which is ridiculous. We're all playing the same sport. You know how to play. We've taught you how to play. Get out there and look like you know what you're doing. I mean, even if you don't know what you're doing, at least look like it. Boyce, there you go. Knocks it back to nobody. Good job. Here they come with another attack, but Seong wins this. You see, we got that fight in us, man. Look at this. We keep trying. That's an awful pass to Pudil. You can't blame Pudil for that one. I mean, how are you supposed to manage with that? Somehow they don't score. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but something prevented them from scoring there, which was amazing. I mean, that pass to Poodle just has no purpose being in Football Manager. It was Knibs here with the shot. Danielowicz saves it, and then Brophy, who has a great name, has another shot that's deflected. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. Brophy, you got to do a better job, bro. Sarpong heads this one out and then wins it again and knocks it out again. So we've been able to clear. See, you're on an attacking mentality. You can still clear the ball. That doesn't mean you can't play. You can't prevent them from scoring. Their header is up and over, so that nothing happens there. And we have another chance at having the ball. Let's see if we can hold on to it this time, and we can't. Mark Masters is unable to get to that pass, so it remains 1-0 for Cambridge United. I think that they're going to win this match. Like I said, they're 2 levels above us. We're not quite at this level of quality yet, but we could use the money, and that's the nice thing about it. I know that Amr Badhawi is being played out of position. That's where we're training him. It would be nice if the game were a little bit more, I don't know, like self-aware of that sort of thing, so that it would stop telling me that we're playing guys out of position when I'm training him there. I'm playing him in the position for a reason. I want him to play wing back, I mean, this isn't a real hard thing to grasp. I don't know. So many things in Football Manager are just sort of cardboard, and it has to be this one way, and you can't have any deviation. And that shows a lack of creativity on the part of the designers. Hate to say it, but that's the way it is. Poodle does a good job here. Sarpong kind of heads it back or kicks it backwards, and they're flagged for offside, which is ridiculous. Like I said, that's our secret weapon: ridiculous offside calls. Because there's no way that Thomas was offside. I mean, we had 2 guys back the whole time. Poodle does a good job winning that one, and then it goes out for a corner. I'm not sure how that was out for a corner, but whatever. Okay, fine. We'll give them a corner. And this is headed up and away by the Italian. Then Boyce kicks it back straight to Thomas, who feigns an attack and then stops. And then it goes back to Bennett. See, we have a problem with, if they try any sort of athletic move, we have a problem with it. We're the sort of team that goes for every single fake that comes our way, right? We're the sort of team, if this were basketball, we'd have broken ankles all over the place because we'd go for every single thing that they do. That's just the way that we roll. I'm not sure why we're seeing this corner in slow motion because there was nothing to it. The header was way off. I guess it was interesting because they won it. And so their keeper grabs the ball here. I can't believe it's still just the first half. And that's going to be headed backwards. It's our friend Brophy again. And we got a head onto that one. And then Danielowicz saved it, which means it's once again a corner for them. And this is turning into something quite unfortunate. We just can't get a hold of the ball and can't seem to do anything with it once we have it. Seong up forward for Pudil, and we need to stop passing it to the old guy. How about that? I kind of wish the old guy was not on the team because he costs a lot of money. Anyway, we've headed that one away for another corner, which is, I guess we're luring them into our trap is what's happening here. Boyce heads that one away, but it doesn't go very far, and their shot is way far away from the goal. And so it remains just 1-0, and, that's okay. 1-0 means that we theoretically could come back and we could do something, but what we're going to do here is give up another goal. It's Lancaster who scores, and he was onside because we had a guy who was way in the back doing nothing. So, this is ridiculous here when you look at it. Is this guy right here, Masters, who's playing out of position. I don't know what he's doing. He's the segundo volante. He's not a center back, and I don't know what he's doing there, but that was a poor decision on his part and allowed them to be onside. Sarpong here with it back to Cunningham, and we have to try again. Badhawi over to Cunningham again, over to Chu back to Cunningham. Cunningham finds Masters. Chu now with it. Forward for Pudil, and he actually gets the ball this time. Imagine that. This is the first attacking movement I think we've had of the game. The Italian over to Masters to Sarpong now. Sarpong over again to Pudil. And he just gives up the ball and then hits a cynical foul afterwards. And, he's just too old. He needs to retire. Horan now with this back to Masters. Over to Sarpong. Sarpong down. That was a poor pass. Sarpong. And we're not doing so well. And that's going to be Knibs who wins that one, shoots and scores. Question is if he was offside. I'm pretty sure he was onside. That'll be 3-0 for them. Let's see what they say. Now they've disallowed it. Interesting. So I'm not so sure about that. We'll take a look at this again. I mean, he was offside there, but the pass wasn't to him. I guess it's because it got to him in the end. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Um, really, really strange sequence of events there. And it's still just the first half of play. Imagine that. Pudil heads this one back, tries to clear it, doesn't clear it up to much of anybody. And Danielowitz, fortunately, is able to grab that one. Having a pretty good game, all things considered. And here we are finally at halftime, only down 2-0. And, well, let's see what we can say. We can salvage a draw, yes. So let's keep going. We'll try to keep them happy. I don't think that we will salvage a draw. We need to be able to score goals, which means we need to get the ball to the other side of the pitch. Here's a Cunningham, forward for Seong. Seong, this is something. Seong, and then he's back to Cunningham, of all people. Why are you passing it back to him? I mean, you're just opening them. You're like opening the door for a counterattack. You're saying, please, please, come, attack, score a goal. Unfortunately, their shot is up and over the net. But that was ridiculous. We had the ball in a great position. It took a lot of hard work to do that. And here is Chu with the ball trying to attack again down to Pudil. Pudil to Horan over to our Italian friend. He knocks this one forward looking for Boyce. Boyce is not quite that fast. He's just a little bit behind that, unfortunately. Cunningham wins this in the back, and he lumps it forward for Boyce, who misses the header. It would have been nice if we had won the header instead of just missing it completely. And here's Chu missing a header. That's a really bad header to miss. And Knib scores this time. You can't say he was offside this time. Now it's 3-0 for them, and that's kind of what we were expecting. That's a real poor decision there by Chu. Again, I mean, he's young, and we're playing against a much better team, but yeah, that was a bad decision. That was a bad decision. He just totally mistimed and misplaced, misjudged where the ball was and let it go right over his head. I mean, if you're not going to get to it, then at least run back faster than the guy who's going to get the ball and try to stop him from scoring. Here's Cunningham with it. Down to Chu. Chu up to Cunningham. Cunningham lumps this one forward, looking again for Boyce and can't get it to him. And they have the ball in another attacking position, and Danielowitz does make the save this time. And so we've got only about 40 minutes left of this. Pudil over to Masters. Masters forward, and the man he passes it to is not even looking, not paying much attention. And there's Knibs again. Chu, though, makes up for his problems in the past by winning that ball away and preventing a goal from being scored. This is a great defensive play by Chu. Good job to get back on time, and that's exactly the sort of thing that we need to see. Boyce with it now, and his pass goes to nothing, and that's the end of that. So poor performance overall. Seong ends up winning this one here and takes a shot and forces a good save by Marion, their keeper, so that was something. This is the thing. We've got guys who are showing these rare glimpses of brilliance. Masters with the header, and it just can't quite get over and in. And so it looks like more bad news for us, unfortunately. McGrandles here now with the ball, but Sarpong, is going to win this and then try to clear it. Clears it fairly good distance, and that will help us. Masters does another good job here. This is the thing. We're seeing a lot of good acts, good block again by Chu, things that make us feel good and positive about our players. It's just that we're being outplayed. We don't have the talent necessary to compete with them. And that one was off the top crossbar and just somehow stayed out of the net. So, I mean, it's something, right? This is the way that you take a corner, and I'm not sure who it was there who headed that one. But AMC, it was probably over the line, according to goal line technology. But apparently at this level, nobody really looks or cares anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And Danielowitz grabs the other corner, and I'm not sure what that was, but that's not what he's supposed to do. And so we'll just sort of sit back and see what happens. We're probably going to need to take Mac Masters out. I think after this highlight is done, Pudil here with the ball over to our Italian friend forward for Boyce, who almost is able to get a shot off. But of course, unfortunately for him, he was offside, which is probably how we got in that position in the first place. We'll put Liam Sinclair on and see what we can do. Badhowie over to Boyce, back to Badhowie. Chu now with it, down to Pudil. Pudil forward to Masters. Mac Master is about to come off. Poodle now forward for Haran, who must be offside. Yeah, he was offside. If he gets the ball, he's probably offside, especially against this opposition. Boyce over to Badhawi, and they give up a corner. That was interesting. There was nobody on Bennett, and he decided to just toe that one out. So we do finally have some momentum in this match. Imagine that. First time all match, and here comes Seong with the ball. And he will pass down to Boyce. Boyce forward for Seong, who's offside anyway. Doesn't really matter. And they called it. Yep, told you. So we got about 15 minutes left. Badhawi throws over to Boyce, back to Badhawi. Down to Chu, over to Cunningham. Cunningham to Chu. Sarpong forward, looking for Haran. And he gets there somehow. I don't know what happened to their defense. And then he just stands there and gives the ball up. So that's one of those things where the animation department needs to come up with something better for him to do than just stand there and look like he doesn't know where he is. Cunningham here with the ball. And he passes that one back to Danielowitz, and unfortunately that's the end of that attack. Here's the Italian forward to Seong, and he doesn't have a very good first touch, does he? And so that's out for not a corner. It's going to be called offside. He was offside anyway, so bad first touch, and it didn't matter because he was still offside. Don't you love teams like this that are so wonderful? Haran can't get a good first touch on that himself, and then Chu has misplayed another one, but our Italian stallion has gone back to win it. Sinclair with this forward for Seong. Seong is dispossessed, but Cunningham is there to back him up. Now it's Seong again, and we're going to try to attack Sarpong with the shot, and it almost goes in. Mannion with a good save. We're getting some momentum here at the very end of the match, and I like it. Sarpong forward for Boyce, who maybe is onside. I don't know. Here's Haran, who takes a shot and forces a good save again. I mean, this is positive, right? It shows that we're probably a better team than we think. I don't think that we can play at their level. I mean, they're 2 levels above us in the league structure, right? I don't think that we're going to go win the league, but I don't think we're going to finish in last place either. Danielowitz grabs this ball and rolls it out to Cunningham. Cunningham knocks it forward for Seong to Sarpong. Sarpong, we got about 10 minutes left. We could still score 3 goals, theoretically. Cunningham forward looking for Boyce. Sarpong wins this. Sarpong to Seong. Seong forward for Haran, who takes a shot from range, but he's offside. Doesn't matter anyway. And I mean, I don't know why he's doing that, right? Does he think that he's going to fool the officials somehow or something? I mean, just play onside and wait for the ball to come and then move, right? Instead of playing offside and then moving after the ball comes and hoping that you can get away with it. And the Italian wins this one in the back. That was pretty ugly by our defense. And we're going to have a lot of ugly matches here in the beginning of this save. That's all I can say. But I think we can win some matches ugly. The fact that we're only down 3-0 against a team this much more powerful than we are tells you something good. And we have another attacking movement, but Haran is foolishly offside. I mean, he's hilariously offside that time. So it still doesn't happen, unfortunately. Pudil was pretty upset. That's why I'm not yelling at these guys. I'm not going to do much yelling in this match. I mean, this is just the way that it is. I might tell them, you know, I'm pretty upset with that performance or something like that, because this team, for some reason, if I sympathize with them, they get upset with me. So we'll take away the sympathy and we'll just say you need to play better, you need to win or something like that. But we're going to leave it at that. We're not going to fine anybody because there's no point. I mean, we never were going to win this match in the first place, so we just enjoy it. 3-0, we lose. We had 3 shots on target, which is good, and 0.32 XG. And 45% of the possession, which is actually pretty surprising. And so I think there's a lot of positives we can take from that. We lose as expected, but it wasn't as painful as it could have been. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.